Hi, friends. How are you? I hope you're well. Today is day 2 of fasting and prayer. This is like the Esther's fasting or the Esther's fast that takes 3 days of dry fasting. We did say that you can sip on something like water or a tea that will sort of rejuvenate you because it is important, especially when you're going cold turkey, but also your body gets a world of benefits when you fast. It's very important that you fast, release some food and toxins from your body, and it just works better when you do. You even sleep better, don't you think? Now, I don't know if there's anyone who has joined me in this fast. If you have, amazing. And I know there are things you're already seeing, some changes you're already seeing. God is communicating. And man, this one, this one was tough. Yesterday, it was so tough for me. And I had two very major dreams, some that were very shocking, or rather, yeah, both were very shocking actually. And I had to pray over that, but I had very sleepy moments, especially during the day. And I was so weak. I had a headache for most of the day. Into the night, I took some ibuprofen around 6 in the evening. Then again at night, actually in the early morning hours, I had to take aspirin because I couldn't sleep. Like, I had a headache throughout, and I was trying to sleep so that the headache goes away or I sleep it off. But at some point, I was like, nope, I'll take some medicine. And I didn't know what, taking medicine on an empty stomach would do. But I'm okay. In the morning, I sipped a few sips of black coffee, just to see if the headache will go away. And I can tell you, today is much better. I don't think it's because of the coffee, but I was desiring so much to be stronger, to just be able to do things because I have some things to do that I didn't want to just pass off because I have no energy. So I have a semblance of energy. I feel like there's some weakness in my bones, but I'm so thankful because I've been able to do at least some of the things I said I would. And now I'm here with day 2, uh, let's say documenting this fasting. Day 2. Yeah. So yeah, I'm loving day 2. I've had some dreams in the night. I don't think they meant much. It was just, some simple directions. So just what like the residues in the spirit. Such things happen. Among the many dreams you will dream, some you look at and you're like, I think this is just my spirit, and what adventures it's been up to. So on day 2, the word is on trusting the Lord. Yeah, I did put that up in the community as a post around 3:30, trusting in the Lord. And because nobody ever trusted in the Lord and ended up in shame. I loved when Angela Chibalonza, there was a song she was finishing like that. Kwa maana hakuna aliyemtumainia Mungu akaona haya. That's what was in my mind, so present in my mind at that moment. I found it in Romans 10:11 and Psalms 25. We are going to read Psalms, but yeah, the first thing is just to have faith and hold on to it. I don't know if you guys have experienced these things since you turned to the Lord. You've seen him do great and mighty things. For some who have been on a journey, and like you could even refer to the Bible to understand your journey. Has that been you? Because there's moments when I had to refer to Job. There's moments when I had to look at, Abraham's journey, his son's journey, and realize, yeah, we are making the same kind of journey. Just having a reference to what is happening in your life is mind blowing, to know that, if the Bible was being written now, maybe you would be in the story, you would be the story. So I think the Bible is the greatest reference book to what we go or we see happening in our lives. And I'm just so thankful because I feel like God is a God of generations. God is a God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, if he was with those generations like that until Jesus was born, many, many generations later, won't he be with you? Won't your generations be okay? You didn't come here to just be wasted and end up, just like this. Every trouble you've gone through, every path that you have taken has been tested by God, so that when you come through it, you will do what you're supposed to do and then leave, a good inheritance to the ones who come after you, whether it is an inheritance of great faith and belief in God, like Abraham did, that he believed so much, he had such great faith that he was even regarded as a friend of God. He pleased God. There are people who please God, and I can imagine what pleasing God does. When God is pleased with you, there's a promise in Exodus, I think 20, where the blessings of the generations will live among you for 1,000 years, and beyond, if those people continue, believing and trusting in God, because each generation is new, don't you think? Each generation is the first, each generation is the second, is the fourth, it's the fifth, yeah, so how beautiful, to have faith and hold on to it, because what you're believing God for is going to happen. Now, a lot of you know me for my story of coming abroad. I waited 7 years. In those years, there's a time I even gave up and thought this is not going to happen. And yet it happened. In those times, God had shown, a few signs that this was going to happen, yeah. But when I looked at things in the physical, sometimes I doubted, yeah. Right now, I'm in a similar position where I've been trusting God for a certain thing, and I've just been wanting to give it up because I didn't even feel mature for believing in that, yeah. And there's been sign that God sent, and I was like, I don't know. Is it even that important? There are things you will trivialize, because you will think if it's not happening, it's because it's not meant to, and you will rush that, yeah. But this very thing that God wants to bless, he will bless at the right time. In the meantime, there are things in your life that are working out okay. You're still continuing, you're living a good life. God is blessing you. He has put breath in your lungs. Every day he will give you something, that is worth continuing your journey, yeah. It's worth, like when you see how your life is working, and when you see the history you have with God, and that he made the things that you considered so big. So, because for me, crossing the oceans was one of the biggest challenges, yeah. It had been denied to me several times, and I was like, okay, this is too big for me to get. It's not meant for me. And still God made it happen. And he fought for me because it had been blocked in so many ways, and he made a way where there seemed to be no way. He even gave us a different route from what we used to know. So I believe that God is able, and that is why I talk to you guys about it. I want somebody to share in that. I want somebody to benefit from my experience, yeah. And I know there are people even in my family who are still amazed, that happened. So I'm glad that God does such things, and that is just marvelous. So have faith and hold on to it. Whatever you're believing God for will happen, okay? Yeah, so read Psalms 25. I put that as an instruction. And also point number 2, verse 3 says, nobody ever believed in God and ended up in shame, but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. And we have seen that, this thing is like so, it changes. People who have tried to do things to you, I don't know what possesses people to go against someone. Well, I know, because even me, I've tried to go against people, yeah. And I tell you, our lessons come right quick, yeah. God will stop you and prevent you from doing some things that you would do out of bitterness, out of hurt, out of anger. There's some things that you wanted, revenge on, that God will block that from happening, because anybody has a potential to be dangerous, yeah. You can get people that have hurt you into danger, but and later or before that you're like, oh, how do people do these things? It's very easy. The devil is out to trick you. Okay, Psalms 25. Oh Lord, I give my life to you. I trust in you, my God. Do not let me be disgraced, or let my enemies rejoice in my defeat. No one who trusts in you will ever be disgraced, but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long I put my hope in you. Remember, O Lord, your compassion and unfailing love, which you have shown from long ages past. Do not remember the rebellious sins of my youth. Remember me in the light of your unfailing love, for you are a merciful God. For you are merciful, O Lord. The Lord is good and does what is right. He shows the proper path to those who go astray. He leads the humble in doing right, teaching them his way. The Lord leads with unfailing love and faithfulness all who keep his covenant and obey his demands. For the honor of your name, O Lord, forgive my many, many sins. Who are those who fear the Lord? He will show them the path they should choose. They will live in prosperity, and their children will inherit the land. The Lord is a friend to those who fear him. He teaches them his covenant. My eyes are always on the Lord, for he rescues me from the traps of my enemies. Turn to me and have mercy, for I am alone and in distress. My problems go from bad to worse. Oh, save me from them all. Feel my pain and see my trouble. Forgive all my sins. See how many enemies I have and how viciously they hate me. Protect me. Rescue my life from them. Do not let me be disgraced, for in you I take refuge. May integrity and honesty protect me, for I put my hope in you. O God, ransom Israel from all its troubles. David had so many of these prayers, and it's because he realized by himself he can do nothing. Even, you see, he was a man of war. Before he even went to a war, he would ask God, because he knew without God, they would lose that war and it would be so shameful. Number 3, try Jesus. Uh, there's a song I used to sing as a kid. I've tried everything from drinks to drugs, but still I cannot find the answer to the question that troubles in my mind. Let me tell you that Jesus and what he'll do for you. He can save you so from hell, and nobody else can do that. Why did I used to sing that song like that? I just realized there were so many mistakes. I used to sing it as a kid. But try Jesus. Nobody else can help you, can give you the kind of help that you need. Man, I love that trusting in God comes with so much revelation, so much change in your life, so many turns and twists. He will show you. There are things that people are like, that is just normal. It happens all the time. No, it's because they have that kind of life and they don't know who paid that price, ages ago. But for you and me, who didn't know these things happen, that these things, are in existence, that actually help can come anytime and that things can be done for you. We've had to try Jesus and we've seen how mighty he is. Number 4, and that is a question that used to appear in Jeremiah 8:28. Is there no balm in Gilead? I've been made to understand that a lot of people are hurting. Even when they're trusting God, there's so much jaded, they're so jaded because of the hurts that have happened in their lives. They've seen the people that they ran to, the people that they trusted have hurt them with words, with actions. I have been through that and I know, and I cause it all the time when people come to me and I'm not able to help. I'm like, please stop with the pressure. I can't siwezi. And sometimes it's hard to even explain, but sometimes when somebody is coming to you and you realize that they haven't been sent, or they've been sent just to apply the pressure, and you're like, they will not understand, like it's a bad situation. Yeah, it gets me because I'm like, not, first of all, not expecting, because when I can solve a problem, I never even hesitate. So I'm always like, didn't I already build a reputation of stepping in when I can, So if I can't, I'm asking all of us to trust God. Look up. So a lot of people are carrying so much hurt and anger. The words that you've heard still ring in your mind. Your heart is broken, and when that brokenness is happening, so much can enter. Yeah, allow just God to enter. Now there's an herb, a tree or a shrub that used to be used, that used to come from Gilead, and this herb was known to soothe and heal wounds. Yeah, and later, they would call Jesus the balm of Gilead, because he would heal and soothe. He would soothe and heal those wounds, yeah, that people had, even healing broken hearts. Yeah, Jesus does that. He soothes you because he understands what it's like to have pain. After all, he walked in this earth and felt the pain, even being, chapwad, being beaten. He endured so much in this earth, and he showed us that it's possible to go through all that and just still stand. So stand, because there's a balm in Gilead. Claim that balm whenever you're going through pain. Ask, is there no balm in Gilead from Gilead anymore? The balm of Gilead, because God is willing to soothe that pain. Just turn to him. Even if it's me who has hurt you, go and tell God. Yeah, and he will even explain some things to you. He will soothe you. He will, the way that God has explained to me things about people who have hurt me, and now I understand, and I'm like, okay. And they had no other mechanism. The things that God doesn't easily forgive and explain about other people, and he has to deal with them, is when they touch witchcraft, when they touch, also when they have all this manipulation and gossip around you. Yani, they come together so that they can hurt you. Those things God, doesn't just ignore. Okay, so he's fighting for you even when you don't know, and you will be okay. All right, so let's see you tomorrow, God willing, on our third day of fast. I pray for your strength. I pray that God heals you, and just bandages you, soothes you, heals your wounds, both physical and heart, spiritual. And yeah, you'll be okay. All right, so trust God for what you're believing for. It is going to happen. Bye bye.